Tell us.
Dear Mr. Walliams, I was shocked, dismayed and disappointed by the character Des K, whose selection of a victim and consequent molestation of the boy seemed a great joke. For me, this was not a joke. For me, it went too far. I was molested when I was very young, 3 years, and raped up the arse, to be crude. One can rationalise this is alright to expose the truth, however, and can have a downside as people laugh, think it's funny, but may give further licence to those perpetrators who think that molestation of boys, girls or adults is alright. I may be wrong, everyone else laughed, didn't they? Who am I to judge? It's a strong letter.
Would you reply to that?
Yeah, there is an address actually. I suppose, you know, if it was a child it wouldn't be funny, but because it's an adult and we're on stage, to me there are no subjects that you can't make jokes out of, because if you make that line then you have to get rid of all comedy, because you have to say that, you know, there's no point. The comedy can only do this, this and this, and therefore you might as well not have it.
After a weekend in Adelaide, the tour heads for the Gold Coast towards subtropical Brisbane.
That's it.
Oh, it's lovely. It's like being cuddled. Oh.
Hello, Iggy. If she wants to wake up, she's more than welcome. Feel free to pet her, she's completely safe.
Where's her head? Sorry, I'm just trying to...
my arm.
Oh, under your arm, right.
I thought you were doing that.
Hand raised here at Australia Zoo.
At the first night in Brisbane, a problem looms for David. It seems the boys here keep their belts fastened a little bit tighter. Des K pulls his back, and David returns to the dressing room in pain.
Just wet.
You okay?
Lying down on the floor.
Trying to get your back as straight as you can.
I've never really had that much before, but I just started like, wow. Suddenly like whatever's
I think it is.
sort of there supporting you, it's just like goes boom.
Chumley Pine Productions. Is that the 5? Yeah. Wash your hands.
Oh.
Done.
Anyone else would be able to just go home now, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, the show must go on, despite the best efforts of a strangely talkative Brisbane audience.
She says she doesn't think so. She says, I'm laughing because there's a woman here.
Yes, the woman was just talking because you were saying a lie.
She's chatting to us.
Shut up, you stupid cow!
Put the camera on this woman. Is there a camera? Put the camera on this mad thing, if there's a camera. This is truly, we went to Australia Zoo today and I think we saw you. I swear. But it was in a cage. Well, look at this thing.
Brisbane's Vicky Pollard.
After Brizzy, Little Britain Live moves on to the final stretch of the tour. Via the Australian capital of Canberra, it returns to its starting point in Melbourne, a month after their first show down under.
I went to the show last night, and Vicky was on stage and she said, I went to Ramsay Street to see Ned, but I couldn't see Ned, but I got fingered by Harold Bishop. Well, the whole theatre just turned and looked at me. I said, yes. Just had to let it go with that. Can't win.
So it was a lie?
No.
After After Vicky's earlier exploits on Ramsay Street, it's now Matt and David's turn to visit the home of Australia's most famous TV export.
Apparently part of the reason there's security here is because people have been coming and doing antisocial things, is that right?
I heard talk of shagging.
Oh, yes. That's happened, yes. I'm sure there are a few children in this world with the first name of Ramsay.
Right.
I'm sure that's happened.
What, so people think, oh, I'd like to have a shag on like Mrs. Mangle's front lawn, that'll be a turn on?
Well, wouldn't do a thing for me, but there you go.
So there's someone in that house?
There is.
They don't mind?
No, they don't mind. No, they're our good friends.
Okay.
So these are real houses and real people.
They really are. They really are.
Wow.
Forget the international success of Little Britain. Matt and David will ensure Andy and Lou's place in the annals of television history in the time-honoured tradition of the Neighbours cameo.
Well, there's some aspects of our relationship in Andy and Lou. My laziness. They're the characters that I think most sum up what we've got together. You know, they're most indicative of two people working together who've known each other for a long time, and we just kind of instinctively know what the other one's doing. Even if we haven't rehearsed something that much, we tend not to upstage each other in those characters. We just, you know, I can't see him. He's there. He can't see my face. But somehow it just kind of works.
To remind us Andy can walk.
There's one joke which never gets talked about. It's one of my favourite ones that they do with them. Is when this moronic monosyllabic trog sitting in this wheelchair has these moments of clarity and he's really erudite, but we never see that because it's when Lou goes, but you said you didn't want to go to the circus because you thought it was, and then we'll do this long kind of articulate explanation of why. But I always like that joke, but no one ever seems to pick up on that.
Matthew Lucas.
Andre Pepkin.
This is it. This is the big one.
Hello. How are you? All right? Hiya. Hiya, Matt.
Once you're in Australia, there's a few things that are very iconic for British people, aren't there? And main thing is sharks and neighbours.
All right, hi there, and you, Matt. Hello.
Hi again.
How you doing? Sorry to... Hello there.
You're right, mate.
How you finding it? All right?
Yeah, all good, all good.
Excellent.
I was very aware that lots of people had had cameos in Neighbours, like Derek Nimmo and Chris Lowe out of the Pet Shop Boys. So I was quite happy to be added to that list.
And action.
Sounds fascinating.
It is. The big drug companies invest millions, but if the clinical trial goes badly, down the drain.
Do you cook?
Tea and toast. That's one of the things I miss about a relationship. Having dinner waiting for you when you walk in the door. I might be a bit old-fashioned, but I think nature designed us to do certain things well, and we should work to those strengths. Men are adept at going out and working, and women are much better at staying home and nesting.
It's a shame in a way that people probably know, in Britain, you probably know it's going to be on. There'll be some sort of press that tonight's episode features on. But it'd be much better if you didn't know we were going to be on it. It would just be more, amuse me more as a sort of joke, you know.
Good evening. How are the meals?
Very nice, thank you.
Fine.
Like everything I do as Lou and Andy, though, I never get to see it very well because of the glasses. So my memories of going on at Live 8 in front of hundreds of thousands of people are blurred.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
Do you know what? I really did enjoy it. It felt quite sort of subversive to be in, you know, to be in it. It was very enjoyable.
Felt a bit unfair on the actors whose scene it was.
I know, I did
I was
apologise.
in there doing a scene and there's something strange happening in the background, and I felt a bit, because it was quite a sort of serious scene. It wasn't like a big emotional scene, but it seemed like it was quite an intense conversation happening.
Little Britain Live has just one more week to live and heads to Western Australia and its capital, imaginatively named by its Scottish invader, Perth. Backstage, thoughts are turning to home and proud parents, unsurprisingly, Matt and David's biggest fans.
Well,
Tuesday afternoon, me and your father went down to Epsom because Clinton Cars had Little Britain